Hey everybody, Jared here,
Yep, Crane here. How's it going?
and welcome to another episode of Talk Anime News, our weekly rundown show where we just talk about the latest news, what's going on in the anime world. Before we get started, usual plugs. Check out our Attack on Titan Wall Scroll giveaway. That's still going on. Um, Getting closer every single day with that one, so definitely give that a like, comment, subscribe for your chance to win that. Check out our buddy Blake Shepard's Patreon for Robot Girl. Going to be pretty cool animated series. I'm really looking forward to that. Check out our Twitter for all the updates on what's going on. And also, we're going to be at Banzaicon in Columbia, South Carolina this weekend.
Yep, it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a really good time. Really looking forward to it. Looks like it's a pretty small con, so should be a good time. Pretty relaxing for the most part.
Oh yeah, and usually that gives us more time to interact with fans more often too.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have plenty
And
of time. I'm sure we'll spend like a good chunk of the convention in the game room just playing stuff.
but still, that's how we hang out and meet fans.
Oh yeah, definitely looking forward to that though. But with no further ado, let's hop right into the news this week. We got a small
hmm
little update here on Funimation being acquired by Sony Pictures. That deal finally fully went through, so that happened.
Yeah, basically saying it's official. There's no ifs and buts.
Yep, all the
The
paperwork's been
deal's done.
signed. It's done. It's a done deal at this point.
Yeah.
So now, probably here in the near future, probably first quarter next year or something, we'll start seeing uh, more changes with anything that might happen. I doubt we'll see anything the rest of this year since we're into the last quarter of it.
Yeah, and all the companies are basically getting ready for Christmas sales.
Exactly.
Because I
So,
know, because I know personally, it's like I don't know, Jared, any of you guys tuning in, if you get box sets from Right Stuff. I know I got my catalog from the 30 days of anime sale.
right. I should be
So,
getting mine soon too, actually.
yep.
But that happened. Just a little
hmm
confirmation on what was going on with that deal. In
Yep.
other news, we got Miyazaki's title for his new film he's been working on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to say the least, because the title it's called Kimitachi wa do Ikururu ka. It's
English,
basically
please. I
oh
don't speak Japanese.
it means it means how do you live?
Oh, okay.
It's like hey, it's like and it actually is a when you think of the title, in my opinion, it's like how do you live?
Right.
What keeps you going?
And it looks like he's been slowly working on this one for a couple of years now.
Yeah, and according to the report, it says it's probably going to take another 3 to 4 years before it becomes hits a release date.
Right. Yeah, he's only drawn the first 20 minutes of storyboards for it so far.
Yeah, and considering the fact that this is going to be his last work, he's going to go all in.
Supposedly last work. He's said this multiple times.
True, but you know, you never know.
Exactly. But looks like he's going to try to get it done, or it could possibly be done by 2019, or before the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo.
True.
So I'm really looking forward to hearing any more news about that. Huge fan of anything that Miyazaki's done. Can't wait to hear more about that. We also got a nice little article about how Netflix is disrupting and empowering Japan's anime industry.
hmm Yeah. Me personally, I support Netflix being involved in the anime industry because let's be honest, this is something that I think not just for us, since we are based in the United States, and considering the fact that the past few years we have been basically a major supporter of the anime industry, and yet the Japanese are having a hard time making ends meet. So what's going on?
Exactly.
So
And
I
like,
figure if you're making more and more money in a certain industry, I figure the way the rules are played, you get more representation and most likely more say in what gets made, which that could be good or bad depending on how you as a viewer it's opinionated, really.
Right. Yeah,
But
this article goes on to talk about stuff we've already covered before. It
mhm.
covers like a little bit of the talks about the budget Netflix is going to have next year for original content. The was it $8 billion, I believe,
Yeah, but
and the
at
30
this,
new shows or original shows it's going to have as well, or original anime shows, should say.
but I will give Netflix tip of the hat though, because they're actually giving the anime genre some respect. Because let's be honest, we've been fans for how long of anime? For me, I've been doing anime
A
for like
very long time.
nearly. For me, I've been viewing anime at least 10 years. Back then, compared to now, anime was not considered taken seriously whatsoever in any major like mainstream business of entertainment business. And nowadays, it's just taken more seriously. And to be honest, I'm happy because what can I say? It's like because I know back in the day, if you were watching anime, you were considered like a geek or a
Oh yeah,
nerd.
I know it wasn't like the cool thing to do.
Yeah, and then nowadays it's
It's becoming more mainstream.
yeah, which there's pros and cons to it. It's like yeah, there's more and more fans that love it, but at the same time, there's also many things that become forgotten or things that
Hmm.
are truly understood about the industry.
Right.
And I'll admit it does get more challenging to help educate many fans or even viewers these days what really goes on in the industry and how things work. And especially if they're not accustomed to business or
Hmm.
just the industry in general, it could be more confusing because let's be honest, business here in America is very different compared to outside the country. It really is.
Right. And what's pretty cool here is like in the end of this article here, it talks about how these anime production companies are like with demand from China for new animation and demand with Netflix, they're completely booked
Mm-hmm.
up until 2020 now.
Yeah, this is great because, yeah, I know China has been involving a lot more in anime. However, especially with the Chinese, they are very restrictive on what kind of content is allowed into their country.
Hmm.
Let's say, for example, you can't watch Death Note in China, it's considered illegal. And a few other shows, I can't think of off the top of my head, but basically shows that are extremely gory or provides a concept that could potentially cause questioning the government, which
Right.
yeah, you don't want that.
Exactly. No, you
Well,
definitely don't.
at least they don't want that. Me, I yeah,
Different story there. Something else
yeah,
that the article brought up as well. There's no TV station involved to say what needs to be done or to make things okay for the broadcast. So
yeah.
there's more creative. What's the word I'm looking for? There's more
There's more
room to be creative
there's
with what they want to do. Like you're not having certain things restricted. Like
yeah,
a lot of like shows there have like gore and all of that restricted more. Like they'll
mhm.
do the censoring over that where it's like blacked out or there's like a light over it, that sort of a thing.
Or even the script. It's like yeah,
That
you could
too.
get. It's like hell, you could say yes, a minor cursing, but you could never get the major cursing
Mhm.
without being blocked for it. It's
Right.
like now you could go all out. Or hell, even if you make some potential like ill-advised jokes or ill-advised sayings, you probably could
Mhm.
do that with Netflix. Now, granted, you don't want to go too far with it because then, yeah, everyone's gonna go like, "Hey, you're just being a cut that out."
Right.
But you know what I mean, though. It's like you won't get butchered for saying something on television.
Yeah, which is be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, just another little update on that. What's been going on with Netflix and the anime industry? Definitely good things there. We also got an update this week of when the third season of Attack on Titan is going to be premiering. It's going to be premiering in July after a compilation film series in January.
Huh. Nice. Yeah.
Definitely nice for fans of that show to see it coming back sooner than the last season, where it was like what 4 years in between seasons, something like that.
Was it really 4 years?
3 or 4 years, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like 2 to 3 years, but
No, it was like 3 to 4.
shit, it's a long time.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
usually because I get that some studios are backed up or they got other plans going on,
Right.
but hell, sometimes it's not just the studio. Maybe it's Japan. Maybe they're working on something else. Who knows? It really it just takes a really just do the research and follow the trail, and if
Right.
you want to, but who knows? There's always a reason behind why some things are waiting or things are not being worked on at all. You know?
There is. But definitely nice to at least get a confirmation on that instead of just leaving people in the dark.
True, but I'd say as Americans, we're not very patient people, and
This is true.
our attention span is not the greatest. So they don't
Right.
want to announce it 50 different times, and they don't want to make a rash decision and then change their mind later and look foolish. So really, the silence has become a more useful tool in the
Right.
industry.
It does. Um, we also got a little roundup on the rest of Funimation's simuldubs for this season. Um,
Mm-hmm.
kind of got the rest of the casts in order, at least most of them. For Kino's Journey, we got just a few of the cast members announced. I know there's a little bit of disappointment with fans on this one because they really wanted the original cast back for it.
True.
But you got Lindsay Seidel and Derek Snow playing the two
Mm-hmm.
mains. And then in the first episode, you got Ian Sinclair and Garrett Schneck in it as well, with the ADR
Mm-hmm.
director Kyle Phillips.
Yeah, Kyle Phillips. I think he does.
Huh, and Aaron Desmuke's doing the script. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with his script writing,
Neither am I.
but because I know with Kyle Phillips, because before he usually worked with Tyler Walker, and I always liked Tyler Walker's work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't go wrong with that.
Definitely can't. We also got the English dub cast for Black Clover as well, which is a show I've been meaning to check out. Apparently, it's like supposed to be one of the next big shonen shows, so thought I'd give it a
Hmm.
look at. But you got Dallas Reed as the main, followed by Micah Selisow, Brian Mathis, Don Bennett, Sarah Ragsdale, Megan Shipman, Damian Mills, and Bill Jenkins, with Chris George directing the dub. I'm not familiar with his work as a director.
Nah, I'd say for the most part, it's like definitely. I don't know. It's a different set of casts, to say the least. It's different.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how I feel about that for that cast, to be honest, but I'd
Eh,
give it a listen, see what I think.
yeah, I say check it out.
I'm not familiar with some of the people's work, so be
But
nice listen, checking it out at least, give it a shot.
yeah,
Other than that, we also got the dub announcement for a few other shows there. You want
of
to
course.
take the lead on this one, Crane?
Okay, well, we got quite a few dubcast announcements for Guitarist, A Sister's All You Need, and Recovery of an MM Junkie. So, so for Guitarist, you got Dawn Bennett, Allison Victorin, Brad Smeaton, Alejandro Sabe, Elizabeth Maxwell, Kristen McGuire, Felicia Angeli, Jordan Dash Cruz, Jamie Markey, Tatum, Megan Shipman, Trina. Really? Caitlin Barr?
Yeah, this is the
Huh.
show that she was excited about. She was posting on Twitter about it.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that one because she usually does like script writing.
Usually, yep.
Oh, all right. Okay, Trosco's directing, which I do know when we saying he was getting ready to direct more shows, so I guess this is one of them.
Yeah, he's been really busy.
Yeah, Clint Bickham, he's script writing. All right,
He's been doing
I
that for a
say,
little while, on and off, for different
yeah,
companies.
I say this show's got some potential. I
Oh,
say give
it
it a,
definitely does. I don't know what it's about, but I like the cast.
yeah, I say give it a look. Okay, and then the cast for A Sisters Aria O'Neill, Alejandro Sabe, Stephen Fu, Sarah Ragsdale, Jamie Markey, and Eric Vale. So That's another one that's got potential. It's got a good mix of uh, newer people and some veterans mixed in.
Right. And the next one's the
That's
one I'm excited for because I'm actually currently been watching the show on Crunchyroll.
for recovery of a MMO junkie.
Yeah.
Ooh, Terry Doty, nice. See, Dismuke, Natalie, Rico Fajardo,
Yep.
and then Rachel Thompson, Ben Phillips, Brandon McInnes, Josh Grell, Ian Sinclair, Anthony Bulling, Afia Yu, and Felicia Angeli.
Yeah, that's a pretty good cast.
Yeah, it's pretty solid to say the least.
It's been pretty entertaining so far. I've been enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. No wonder why you love it. It's
Yeah.
similar to a few other shows that,
It's in a genre that I really enjoy. That's why.
yes, basically the reclusive character that resorts to video games for escapism. Yeah.
There's no parallels between that and myself, I swear. I promise. Okay, there might be a few or a lot. That's actually a true story about me. Just
Yeah.
genders reversed.
Yeah. But at the same time, that's why they make the show, because it's a show that you can relate to, and
Right.
so
Yeah,
because otherwise,
that's what I like with a lot of shows.
Because otherwise, why would you watch a show that's like, okay, I have no relation, any complete understandings, and as a result, I'm not entertained. So what am I doing?
Exactly.
Next thing you know, you'll be the little robot that serves butter.
Oh my god. We also got a few cast announcements for Kabani of the Iron Fortress. Kabaneri.
Yeah,
Yes.
my mouth is an iron fortress.
This one's interesting. It's a Funimation show, but it's getting dubbed in some other area. I'm assuming LA somewhere. But the first two cast announcements for it were Veronica Taylor and Ben Diskin. And they also followed up with that with Jameson Price and Elijah Ungari. Ungavri? Ungari. Ungari.
I'd say Ungvari or
Ungvari. Oh, Ungvari. Ungvari?
yeah,
Oh, Ungvari. There we go.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
could go
finally
with that
got
one.
it. So that's pretty exciting. I know that was a pretty hyped show. I'm kind of surprised it's not getting dubbed in Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, they've done this before. They did it with Mob Psycho 100.
Okay.
It wasn't dubbed in Dallas either. So it's definitely interesting, especially for a show that's supposed to be really big. Like, I'm really surprised they didn't want to do it just completely in-house. Or maybe they're doing what, like, kind of like how Sentai flew out. I think they flew John Swayze out to LA for Squid Girl season 2.
Yep.
Yeah, how he flew out there. So maybe they're flying a director out to LA to do it.
That could be it.
I don't know. Or maybe they're just doing it somewhere else.
It would make more sense just to do the director, because then it's cheaper to ship out one guy versus an entire cast for plane tickets.
I'm curious where it's getting dubbed at. I wonder if it's Bang Zoom.
That's possible. Bang Zoom's been a hotspot for everybody to throw shows to.
Exactly.
Whenever they're too busy. So, and they don't disappoint either. So
they really don't. Yeah, I'm really curious. I'll have to keep an eye on this one. I really want to see where it's getting dubbed at and who the director is. But other than that, we got another visual for The Disastrous Life of Seki K for its second season. And we also got a premiere date for January. So definitely looking forward to that. I'm assuming we'll probably see another simuldub from Funimation, so that's exciting. And also, Crunchyroll's added a very old show, or not. I guess I wouldn't consider it very old, but I'd consider it old and definitely one everybody should watch.
Yes, agreed. Please do.
And that would be The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
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 Yeah.
One of these days, I'll pronounce the words correctly.
What? Hell, maybe this weekend. Hell, I might. No, I'm gonna have to, because Mike sometimes gets it right, but not
No,
always.
give me a crash course in Japanese.
It's like, and the thing is, I never really took Japanese courses. I
I
just,
know, that's the sad part. And you're much better than I am.
well, the thing is that I did take several years of Spanish, and
Hmm.
some of the sounds that they make, especially in the vowels, are similar to Japanese, so it
Right.
kind of helps. But at the same time, I've also had friends that have been to Japan and learned the language a little bit, so they've helped me knock out a few mistakes I was making. So
Nice.
that's partially how I've gotten a little good at it. But
Not bad,
but
not bad.
as for like speaking and like reading it, oh gosh, I'm an idiot.
Yikes.
Well, no. Reason why is compared to translating English and Japanese, it's actually considered a really difficult to do.
Right.
Could you get some languages that are a little more easier? Like Spanish is considered an easy language to learn. English, where Japanese it's very difficult because you not only have to change the way you speak, your mannerisms, but also there's like 3 or 4 different writing styles.
Right. So like actually being able to read and write it is like extremely difficult. I think like
Yes.
being able to speak it, it wouldn't be as bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unless you're me, I just can't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'd say you just need some practice.
Probably that would help. Um,
Yeah.
but anyways, in other news, Love Chinibyo and Other Delusions, Take on Me anime film, got a nice little preview for that, a third teaser video. That
Yep.
is going to be releasing in Japan on January 6th. I'm
Take on me.
I'm super excited, dude. I love this series. It's freaking adorable.
Hmm. I still gotta watch it, but maybe that's might be one of the premium series I'll get on Christmas season.
I would definitely recommend it. It's really good. The second season isn't nearly as good as the first one, but still worth watching. It's still really cute.
Hmm.
And then the Cudwafter anime film, as many as you know from Little Busters, it's going to get
Yay!
it reached its crowdfunding goal, and it's actually going to get a global release.
Yes.
So that's pretty exciting. I mean, it just shows how popular that series still is.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that reminds me, the Steam version of the visual novel is getting released. I think it might
Hmm.
I know it's in November this month. It might be today or it might be like this week, next week, something like that. I know it's coming up. So that is definitely awesome as well. I'm probably going to end up picking that one up. Don't know if we'll stream that one or not. It's pretty long with a ton of different routes. I might just play that
I
one in my free time.
is it like a visual novel or?
Yeah,
I'd do it.
maybe. We'll see. There's some other games I want to play first.
Yeah, I'm just saying that because I've seen the series and I liked it.
Right. And also, No Game No Life Desu, the spin-off manga, it's going to reach
Yeah,
its climax in November. So that's exciting as well. I love anything No Game No Life.
of course you do.
Yeah, I know. I want all of the manga to be translated and all the light novels, everything. I want it all, and I want it now. It's my favorite
Well,
anime, and I want it now.
do you need cash now?
No, I need No Game No Life now. Um,
Yeah,
anyways,
and get a crazy interesting credit.
I know. Jesus. MVM is going to be releasing the feature film No Game No Life Zero in 2018. I'm assuming. I know Sentai dubbed it and did it at the theaters. MVM. I'm not hugely familiar with them.
It's because they're in the UK.
Yeah, that'd be why. I'm assuming that's just for a UK release. Because I'm
Yeah, but
assuming
even
Sentai's going to
still.
release it in the US because they had the video rights to it.
Hmm. But no, this is good though, because I know they've been trying to have the studios and businesses get more involved in Europe
Right.
because I know a lot of the fans are saying, well, hey, I'd like to see all these shows, but there really isn't a legal way of viewing it, or at least it's not as easy versus Japan and the United States. So they
Oh
really
yeah.
do want to support and help the industry, but
I
they just it's more difficult to get to it, get their
right.
hands on it.
It is. Yes, Ariel, I do use Crunchyroll. Sorry, had a fan in the chat.
Oh no, that's good. Hi there.
I use it almost every day actually. I'm always watching something on there. Um, but yeah, definitely cool that they're going to be releasing that show, and I'm assuming I don't know if that's just the UK or if they're account for Europe as well. I'm not quite sure how that works. If they have more territory there, but it
Um,
was a fantastic movie, dude. It was so good, and everybody needs to see it.
because I know when it comes down to like the internet over in Europe, it's more complicated because they don't have nearly as much regulation what
Mhm.
you can do because they consider like access to the internet and what you can do on it as like a human right. So
Right.
I don't know. It's not as easy to tell. I don't know. It's complicated.
Yeah,
It,
that's the best way to put it.
it really is because here it's kind of I don't know. Maybe it's because we're used to it. And that's because everything here in the United States is based on money and business, and so that's how it works. And
Right.
Japan in a similar manner. And I'd say once again, money and representation. That's really what goes down in this industry. As much as we hate to deny it, that's really what goes on.
Mhm.
And it could lead to many brutal tactics and may even lead to things you yeah, it's not all sunshine and daisies to say the least.
Oh, it's really not. But like I said, definitely looking forward to it getting a wide release.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet game. That's going to be shipping to the West February 23rd. It's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam. Which
I wonder.
I don't like the series, but a game for it actually might not be bad.
Yeah, it could be good, but the problem is I'm kind of concerned about is can you stream it?
I don't know.
Considering it is going through Bandai Namco Entertainment.
I'm not sure. I mean, I like the concept with it. It's going to be a third-person shooter, role-playing game actually, based on the fictional Gun Gale online
Yeah.
portion of the show or arc, I should say. So that'll be interesting. Everything will be based on guns. So I don't know. Might add to my wish list on Steam just to check up on it. But definitely sounds interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I dislike the anime, the game might not be bad.
Yeah. Well, for example, it's like there's just some shows that it didn't do so hot as an anime, but performed much better.
Exactly. Um, and last but not least, the new series Killing Bites, which is going to be premiering sometime next year. We got a nice teaser video for it, some visuals, theme songs, the casting for it, and it looks pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It's like,
it's a little weird looking, but the teaser
but
video was pretty cool.
I did like the originality in the concept. It's
Yeah,
like, especially the little bunny elf, the bunny
yeah, that
chick.
one's kind of weird.
It's weird, but it's kind of nice
Yeah,
because it's not your cookie cutter like, some cat like some bunny ears and a tail like the skimpy
right.
outfit. No, this actually looks like a half human, half freaking rabbit in a
It
cute way,
does.
of course.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know anything about this, it's like a show where these humanoid-esque people look like animals as well. Like we have one that looks like what is it, like a wolf or something? I want to
Yep.
say, and like portions of them look human. Like the legs are like that of like a wolf, so the arms has ears, a tail. Same thing with like a leopard one. Same thing with the legs, and the has claws and all that. And then the bunny one. I mean, bunny like sort of hands, legs, that sort of a thing. But it's gonna be like a fighting style anime, and it looked pretty neat to me. It's definitely different. Oh, never mind. Okay, she's a honey badger. She's not a wolf. Be very specific about that. A honey badger crane.
Oh, it's a honey badger.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
a fucking honey badger. Oh my god, that just makes it so much better.
Yeah, it does.
That is wonderful. Um, but yeah, definitely looking forward to that coming out next year. Hopefully it's gonna be good, and could always turn out to
Oh,
be another
and
King's game.
oh yeah, I should remind you, it's the other one. It's not a leopard; it's a cheetah.
I'm sorry. Okay, they look leopards and cheetahs look very similar. Come on, give me a break. Next you're
I
gonna
know.
tell
I
me the
just
other one was like some specific type of rabbit.
no.
Well,
It's a
actually,
rabbit.
it's a long-eared blah 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 Australian hare, not a rabbit. All right, I'm
I
done.
see how it is. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you just had to win that one. Now,
Yeah, I did.
yeah, I guess he
Anyways,
didn't like it when I fucked with Joe.
no, it's fun. Um, that's all we've got this week. Pretty light week on the news. Haven't had a lot of time to come up with a good topic to really talk about in depth this week because we do have the convention coming up on Friday. But definitely, big shout out to Banzaicon. Please go to their convention if you're in Columbia, South Carolina. It looks like it's going to be so much fun. They have a fantastic guest list. Chris Patton,
Mhm.
Brittany Kerbowski, Morgan Berry, Derek Stephen Prince, among other guests as well. Those are just the voice actors that we're mostly excited to see, but they have some musical guests as well. It's going to be a really good time. And yeah,
And
definitely check it out. And say hi to us if
and
you see us.
oh yeah, definitely. And I know with Chris Patton going, he usually has his late night panel where he shares too much.
Yes, he does.
And from what I've heard, it is the best stuff you could ever listen to.
Oh, it's pretty good. I've heard it one time before. It's definitely hilarious. But like I said, it's all we've got for you. We'll be back next week with more news. We're planning to have a nice special guest again next week, so we'll look forward to that. And we'll
Yep.
see you next time.
See you around, everyone. See you later.
Bye.